Sometimes people make promises and claims about things and we're really not sure if they will keep these promises. For example, politicians might claim to be able to eradicate child poverty or to create more employment or improve housing, but the real question is, can they back that up? Or will the promises turn out to be hollow ones? Experience tells us that we can't trust everything everyone tells us. So who can we trust? There's one massive problem we all have, and I don't think any politician would say they can help with it, and that is our death. Most of us know the pain of being at the creme or standing by the graveside and parting with a loved one. And even though we avoid thinking about it, one day we'll all face death too. When it comes to death, we're all in the queue. Perhaps the pandemic and daily figures of COVID deaths has made you think about death more honestly. Death is ugly. Death is inevitable. But is there any hope for us in the face of death? When it comes to Jesus, the promises and claims he makes are just off the scale. He claims to be able to forgive sins, and he claims to be the Son of God. At Easter time, my mind turns to one of Jesus' biggest claims. It's in John chapter 11, where Jesus is speaking to a woman called Martha, one of his friends, whose brother Lazarus has just died and has been dead for 4 days. Jesus says to her, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die, and whoever lives by believing in me will never die." Do you believe this? As God, Jesus is claiming in these verses to be the source of all life, the conqueror of death, and promises that those and only those who have a relationship with him to have eternal life, that for them death will just be the doorway into heaven where we shall live on forever and ever. Now that is quite a promise. The question is, can he back it up, or is Jesus just deceiving us? Well, he does back it up, because Jesus then, in John 11, he calls out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" And we read, the dead man came out, his hands and feet wrapped with strips of linen. And if that were not enough proof for you, then Jesus backs up his claim to be the resurrection and the life again by rising again from the dead himself on Easter Sunday. When he comes back from the dead, that is proof that he is who he says he is. Now, Lazarus had to face an earthly death again, but Jesus is totally unique in that he is the only one to be raised from the dead, never to die again. And these are historical facts which you can go yourself and investigate. So here's a serious question, a serious Easter question from me. Would you like to be able to face your own death without fear and actually with hope? Well, you can by placing your trust in Jesus, who promises you that if you believe in him and his death for our wrongdoings on the cross, he will, at our death, take our souls immediately to be with him in heaven. And this is why the Easter story is such good news, because it's not just a story but reality. Why not check it out by asking a Christian you know about it? I'd love to talk to you about it. You can trust in Jesus. That's the bottom line. You can trust in Jesus as he's the one who is able to raise the dead, and he himself has personally conquered death by rising again. Happy Easter.